Hello, in this video I'll show you how to remove and replace the crankshaft pulley on Ford vehicles with a 1.6TI VCT engine. This engine has the twin independent variable cam timing, so it's much more complicated to replace the crankshaft pulley. Before removing the crankshaft pulley, first you need to lock the crankshaft and the two camshafts, and then you can remove the crankshaft pulley. The crankshaft sprocket on this engine is not keyed to the crankshaft, so when you remove the timing belt, the crankshaft sprocket is rotating freely. You should have that in mind when replacing the crankshaft pulley or the timing belt. In the video I'll show you the whole procedure of how to replace the crankshaft pulley, but like I said, before removing the crankshaft pulley you need to lock the crankshaft and the two camshafts. The crankshaft pulley and the timing belt and serpentine belt on this car are located on the side of the engine. The crankshaft pulley is the bottom pulley down there. Before being able to remove the crankshaft pulley, first we need to free up the timing belt so that we can put the locking tools on. First, we'll start by removing the serpentine belt. To make it easier to remove the serpentine belt, first we're going to remove this wheel, right hand wheel, and also the wheel arch liner. If the video is useful, please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Next we're going to remove the serpentine belt on this engine. There is no serpentine belt tensioner, so we're going to use a ratchet and socket size 18. This belt is elastic, so in order to remove the belt we're going to put the ratchet onto the crankshaft pulley bolt, and we're going to use a pry bar to just pry out the serpentine belt. So now while we're pulling out the serpentine belt, we're going to turn the crankshaft pulley clockwise, and you can see the serpentine belt is coming out. And that's the serpentine belt removed. Next we need to remove the alternator. The alternator is held by 3 bolts, 2 bolts on the top and 1 bolt on the 1 bolt down there. 3 bolts, so we need to remove those 3 bolts. Once we remove the 3 bolts, so we're not going to take out the alternator, we're just going to put it to the side and we'll continue on. Next we're going to take out the coolant tank and just put it to the side. Don't disconnect any hoses, coolant lines, just disconnect it, remove it from its place and put it to the side. Next we're going to remove the right engine mount. This is the right engine mount right there. The engine mount is held by 4 bolts. We're going to remove them 4. Before removing them, we're going to put a jack underneath the engine. Just put the jack on the oil pan and then you can remove the 3 bolts. And that's the right engine mount out. Next we're going to remove the timing belt cover. In order to remove the timing belt cover, these are the bolts that we need to remove. There is 5 or 6 bolts on top and the bottom. There is also some bolts for the timing belt cover behind this water pump pulley. So in order to remove those bolts, first we're going to remove the water pump pulley. This is the pulley holder that I'm using so that I can loosen the 4 bolts on the water pump pulley. Once I loosen the bolts, I'm going to remove them and take out the pulley. And that's the water pump pulley out. Next we're going to remove the rest of the bolts for the timing belt cover. Now that all the bolts for the timing belt cover are removed, we're going to take out the cover. Next we need to remove the engine mount support, which is right there. The engine mount support is held by 4 bolts. There is 2 bolts here and 2 bolts on this side. And that's the engine mount support out. Next I'll show you the timing marks on the 2 camshaft sprockets. The timing mark on this camshaft sprocket is that dot, and on the other camshaft sprocket is this line. So dot on this camshaft sprocket and a line on the other camshaft sprocket. In order for the engine to be in top dead center on number 1 cylinder, this line and the dot need to go to 12 o'clock position. First we need to put them in 11 o'clock position, and so that we can install the locking tool for the crankshaft. Now we're going to turn the crankshaft until those 2 timing marks on the camshaft sprockets go at 11 o'clock position. Now that the timing marks on the 2 camshaft sprockets are at 11 o'clock position, next we're going to remove this bolt right there, which is a 10mm bolt. This is where we're going to lock the crankshaft. First we're going to remove the bolt, and then I will show you the tool with which we will lock the crankshaft. But in order to lock the crankshaft, make sure the 2 timing marks on the camshaft sprockets are at 11 o'clock position, both of them, otherwise you won't be able to lock the crankshaft. That's the bolt out. Now we're going to put in the locking tool for the crankshafts. This is the whole timing kit for this engine, and this is the locking tool for the crankshaft, and this thing is the locking tool for the 2 camshafts. Now I'll show you that my 2 camshafts, the timing marks on them are at exactly 11 o'clock position. So now that they're at 11 o'clock position, I can install the crankshaft locking tool into the hole and just tighten it. On this engine, the crankshaft sprocket is not keyed to the crankshaft. So in order to replace the timing belt or even only the crankshaft pulley, you need to be following this procedure, otherwise something might happen and you might lose the timing. This is the timing tool for the crankshaft, the locking tool for the crankshaft sprocket. We're going to put it in and turn it clockwise until it tightens. It should go in all the way. Here you can see the locking tool is in all the way. Now that the locking tool is in all the way, I'm going to get my ratchet and turn the crankshaft until the crankshaft stops at this locking tool. When that crankshaft stops at that locking tool, the 2 camshaft sprockets, the timing marks on them will be at exactly 12 o'clock position. Here you can see the 2 timing marks are at 12 o'clock position and the crankshaft can't move anymore. So now the engine is at top dead center on number 1 cylinder. Next I'm going to put the locking tool for the 2 camshafts. You can see on the locking tool there is the line and the dot, and that's exactly how you install it on the 2 camshafts. Here is a closer view of how I installed the locking tool on the camshaft. Next, I'm going to remove the bolt for the crankshaft pulley. First I lowered the engine a little bit, and now I'm going to use pneumatic gun to remove the crankshaft pulley bolt. This is the best way to remove the bolt. Next I'm going to remove the crankshaft, but we can see that the crankshaft is not moving, so I'm going to use a crankshaft pulley tool. In order to use that tool, first I'm going to install the crankshaft pulley bolt again, and then I'm going to use the tool to take out the crankshaft pulley. And here you can see the crankshaft pulley is out. Next we're going to install the crankshaft pulley bolt again and tighten it. Once the bolt is tightened, we'll use that bolt to try to turn the crankshaft until it touches the locking tool for the crankshaft. Once the crankshaft touches the locking tool, that means that the crankshaft is in the right position. Since the crankshaft sprocket is not keyed to the crankshaft, first we're going to mark the crankshaft and the sprocket. We're going to mark them before removing the crankshaft pulley bolt. This way we'll know when we remove the bolt if the crankshaft has turned back a little bit or not. Here you can see I've marked the crankshaft and the crankshaft sprocket. So now I'm going to use pneumatic gun to remove the crankshaft bolt. And we'll check the markings. If the mark has gone a little bit to the left, that means it has moved the crankshaft, but the crankshaft hasn't moved because markings are in the exact same position. Now next we're going to put on this timing belt lower cover, and then we're going to put on the crankshaft pulley bolt. The crankshaft pulley and then the crankshaft pulley bolt. Now we're going to tighten the crankshaft bolt. Once we tighten the bolt for the crankshaft pulley, then we can remove the two locking tools for the crankshaft and the camshafts, and then we're done with replacing the crankshaft pulley. Now the only thing left to do is to assemble everything else in the reverse order. Hopefully the video was helpful. Please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.